Good afternoon. Okay. Getting in a little bit different. You know, if I miss a morning, still got the rest of the day. Yeah, I slept in today. Did late night karaoke. But still gotta get it in. A lot more light in the middle of the day. Got Chucky chasing after me. The plant is gone. Booty Lily has been moved to the basement. Oh, dear God. What's up, W? I'm always slightly ahead, yeah. Have they ever done that? I don't think there's been a Chucky movie where it's like, oh my God, he's 8 feet tall. Yeah, I should make him like real size so he's just like right there. That might be more scarier because then you don't notice him at first. They did that to the leprechaun. Oh, interesting. Let's take the one thing that makes it different from every other monster and be like, nah, he could be gigantic too. It feels weird working out at lunchtime. I'm so used to the morning thing. The leprechauns? That's not a bad idea. Just find some weird scenes. A lot of movies just have very weird scenes. You're like, that's from that movie? I never would have guessed. You know, 90 minutes is a lot of time to fill. I'd like to judge movies as like vignettes almost, like, not vignettes, but like some movies have great beginnings. And it's like a very solid 15, 20-minute short film. And then the rest of the movie, they just ran out of ideas. And sometimes it's not the middle. Sometimes it's like, hello, Ellen. You can just pop your head in, Ellen, if you want to be on stream. There you go. I love you. He had the tricycle, the pogo stick, and the go-kart in the first film. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a trick almost, yeah. That being said, I feel like a lot of the movies that do that get nuked in the ratings, as it, you know, well should. You're judging the whole movie. But those beginnings are like amazing.
Let's go MR Universe.
Hey, what's up, JR? How's it going? Good to see you. getting in a rare midday workout. I slept in today. I usually wake up at 6:30. I slept in until 8:30. It felt good. We went out for Ellen's birthday last night, and we did karaoke, and it was fun. A lot of people there. There was like 3 other birthdays there, 2 or 3, and so.
Oh, nice! Happy birthday, Ellen.
Thank you. I'll tell her, yeah. Dirty 30. How you been, JR? I saw you got the TV stream back up. That's nice to pop in every once in a while and just lurk. Oh yeah, W. What's your kitty's name? I got Roger and Phil, but they're not allowed in here. They'd be too scared of the bike anyway.
Yeah, I had to rewrite the whole thing because I didn't keep a backup, so I rewrote it in Rust.
Oh, fancy.
Let them in.
Yeah, let them in. And then Phil runs right into the wheels and goes, "Ah!" Yeah, I was trying to run my Goopsy thing. My procedurally generated cartoon thing. And I was like, I had everything backed up, but I didn't remember how to run it. I didn't write documentation. But now I did, so. I figured it out once again. But I was like, I don't know. It's fun to toy around with like tech stuff every once in a while, but sometimes it's just like, oh, now.
Prayer, okay, now how do I run this?
Yeah. Always a struggle, even nowadays. I will say nowadays, it's usually way better. I remember starting out programming. They'd be like, all right, here's the code report. We got it to you on day 1. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll get it running in like a month. It's like, what? Yeah, everyone who knew how to set this thing up is gone, so, Godspeed. Molly's the name of your cat. Oh, like a good human name for our kitty. But back then, you had to like really hunt down versions of stuff, and now everything's like JavaScript has like npm. You know, those package managers for everything now. That's like such a huge advancement. Like, hey, you want this old ass version of something? Now it's in like a centralized repo. That helps so much. But then, you know what they do for that? It's like, this thing is way too old. We're going to take this down. It's like, no, never take it down. Someone always needs an old version of something.
LOL.
Especially like big companies. You're like, oh my God, there is no download link, and nobody has backed this up anywhere. You're just praying that someone has like a repo
JavaScript
somewhere.
world is crazy. I don't work with it.
Yeah. It's relatively new to me. Most of my career, I did Java or Kotlin but this past year I've started doing React and Node, all JavaScript. I don't like it. It's kind of weird. We do TypeScript at least, but that has its own level of complexity on top of things. Rust is something that I've wanted to learn for a long time. Oh, did you hack on something too, W? Yeah, that's one interesting thing like about computer vision is like yeah, just get every pawn shop to have like a camera and point it at a wall of crap. And then have it like be indexed by like Google search. And I want a weird cat statue that also dispenses ice cream. And you're like, what?
That is a brilliant idea.
And it just like shows up and like tells you what store to go to. I'd be like, hey, put that aside. Our friend Aaron posted a picture of a plate that he found at like a Goodwill. And it was like this old fat guy on a date with a skinny blonde woman. And it was done by this Japanese artist. And we were like, we went immediately to go find it, and it wasn't there. And we're like, oh, damn. He's like, yeah, I posted it a week ago. And so on the lark, we're like, oh, dang, we're not, I guess maybe they sold it. On the lark, we went back. And it was just on a weird shelf. I was like, oh my, it felt so good. It felt like being an archaeologist. Like, here it is. The T-Rex bones were here. I found a full skeleton. So we have the plate now. But things like that, yeah. Because right now you could do like Google image search. Like that's how we found it, is we just like image searched the
Contemporary
picture of
paleontology, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go, pretty much. We're there. This is like actual technology that could exist. It just needs some crazy person to put it all together. I feel like we're there for a lot of stuff, but just like the technology's so crazy, you just need someone to figure it out. Like we have the tools, and they're just sitting there waiting. It's like people are like, oh, it's not there yet for some things. I'm like, I don't know. A lot of stuff you could do with software if you're creative enough.
Vision stuff is definitely there. LLMs I trust a lot less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hallucinations and the lying. It's just the trust factor. It's just like not there. The problem with LLMs is it will confidently tell you the wrong answer as fact. That's a dangerous thing to have nowadays. We already have people like conspiracy theorying, just reading headlines. If someone Googles something and the AI tells them something, they're going to believe that for the rest of their lives. Like lies spread faster than the truth. If Google Gemini told me to do it, I'm going to believe it. I'll take that to court. Even though it has a little disclaimer, no one's reading that disclaimer. It's like the same thing as like, you know, you can't trust Wikipedia when you're writing papers for school, but it's like that was everyone's sources all the time. Yeah. AI, glue helps with pizza crust. Lawsuit time, exactly. How do I get, you know, a tastier pizza crust? Mine's just falling off. Find Gorilla Glue. Slap it on your pizza. That crust ain't going nowhere. Enjoy. Honestly, I don't think they will, unless they do face like a substantial lawsuit. But Google should just turn that shit off and go back to the old search, whatever it was. AI search sucks balls. But I see why. I see why they want to do that, because that's like much cheaper to maintain and built on that. Lots of incentive to get that to work. Oh yeah, I think I've seen stuff like that, W. There's a lot of, I feel like that should be a subreddit. It's like, what AI? What did you just tell me to do? I want to drive in style.
Feature request.
My favorite thing is the 4th of July.
I think you should make it so people can change what is chasing you.
Oh, that's a good idea. That wouldn't be too hard to do. That is a good suggestion, JR. I will take that. Yeah, and try as you might to censor an AI telling you to blow up something. People are going to find a way. Put the Reddit in the screen. Yeah, not a bad idea. The fuck did AI say? I gotta think of something very succinct. That is a sign of a successful subreddit, is you get it just from the subreddit name. What the hell, AI? The computer told me to do it. I'll use AI to come up with a better subreddit name for the AI subreddit. Just a good imitator. It's all like random probabilities. It's guessing what words based on what you train it. It's not actually like thinking itself. There's like, yeah, a cognition problem. So it's saying words because it's like statistically these words usually follow that words, and it like follows along in a chain essentially. It's like autocomplete, but for larger text inputs and outputs. You'll know when AI is like really, really good when it like legitimately replaces customer service. And you can't tell. But right now, every time you talk to a customer service person, that initial thing might be AI or like hard coded. But as soon as you're like, Haley, my name is Jonathan, it's like, yeah, is it? My name is Jonathan. You're talking to a real person 1,000% of the time. Because a real person is the only one who can like control like actual refunds or do actual things. I'm not gonna trust my bottom line to an AI, and someone comes up with a do anything now prompt that just gets them free Samsung televisions. What are your thoughts on the Turing test? I haven't heard of the Chomsky test. I've never played Detroit Become Human. And the Chinese room dilemma, I don't know about that either. What is that? Turing test is kind of like a generic. like umbrella term. I don't know if there's actually like a official Turing test that we do. I think in like Blade Runner they like act like they figured it out or whatever, and they ask a specific set of questions. AI testing issue going from memory. Interesting. I'll have to look that up.
I wonder if you could hook your bike up to Skyrim or something.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you know, I have looked it up. You can hook up your like your speed and cadence meter to like a YouTube video. So there's like a Python script for like I have to go a minimum RPM to make the YouTube video play, and then the faster I go, the faster the video goes. And people like just put on like hour-long videos. And it's like, hey, I'm biking in the Alps. And like if you stop, the video stops. So it's like, hey, I haven't gotten through the whole video. I gotta keep going. Good way to trick your brain. But yeah, I wonder, I probably could do that for Skyrim. If I'm going, just go forward. And just have something that's just like this. How would I turn? So I could have like auto attack. Maybe backpedal runs away. I bet I could like, maybe like
Maybe triggers on the handles.
maybe, yeah, that's a good idea. Keep it as simple as possible. Attack, turn around, and run the other way. That'd be fun. That's not a bad idea. First, I have to figure out how to get the sensor data off of this. There's that thing called like Antenna Plus, but I think it's for sending data to this little computer thing. This is interesting, though. I'm very intrigued if I could build something. Oh, very interesting, W. Yeah. Yeah, saying phrases without understanding the context. Like, I find if you say something like, I don't know, like a lot of English is like weird. I'm not literally saying like, yeah, that's very interesting. They just go, ha, monkeys on typewriters. That'll never work. But statistically, I guess it's possible. It's like, okay, you're a computer. You didn't understand. I'm as hungry as a horse. All right, here is a bag of grain. You are welcome. You took me too literally, computer. Yeah, that is a problem. The cognition, they say they're working on it, but that's almost like, you know, how long have they been working on fully automated driving? It's a 80-20 problem. You got like 80% of the functionality really quickly and like an advancement, but it's not really usable by the rest of us until it gets that like last 20%. So like, we can have autonomous cars driving around if it's a sunny day and there's no people wearing weird shirts and every sign is exactly the same that it's been trained on. Otherwise, it's running grandma down if she's wearing a red sweater. Same thing with AI. I think we got, like, LLMs is like a huge advancement. But, you know, if you can't depend on it, what is it really replacing? Fun to play around with, for sure. As a programmer, I might be overconfident in saying this, and if I'm wrong, clip this and play it for me when computers replace my job entirely. I don't think in my lifetime we're not going to need computer programmers, like human computer programmers. Again, I think it's like a tool. Like, there's like ChatGPT and Copilot, and those are like tools to help you write stuff, but it's not like I can't like send it to do feature work. Even though Mark Zuckerberg says, he's like, oh, this can do what junior developers do. I'm like, yeah, maybe junior developers at Facebook. Whatever the hell the crap you have them working on. I would rather take a human junior developer over the smartest AI any day for figuring out problems and stuff. And it's fun, yeah. Just think of something really simple that you could do that's like, what can I train it on to get a fun output? You know, just do text only. Is this a fart joke or not? I type in a sentence, and if it's a fart joke, you get a check mark. If it's not a fart joke, you get a thumbs down. Or yeah, like Silicon Valley, the show. Is it a hot dog? What a fun, super simple project that you could tell that that's like almost. Mike Judge is so on the nose with things sometimes. Like, someone builds a stupid prototype and then they try to sell the hell out of it. You know, catch on people's craze. It's like, it just can say hot dog or not. But if you're curious, I would highly recommend. I'll post some stuff in the Discord if you're curious to check it out. It's a little bit of a buried entry if you've never programmed before, but if you keep it super simple, like everything's like just like APIs nowadays, and if you can query an endpoint, you can make it far in the world of programming. And everything's got SDKs nowadays, too. Makes it even easier. I just download the thing, I copy-paste their example code, and I go full Frankenstein on it and try to make it actually interesting.
Byzantiadev said, I'd like to learn to code.
Hey!
I could make my own AI abominations and set them up to do wacky tabletop stuff #.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, Biz? Hey, that's what we tried to do, like Goops and Goblins. We tried to do like a D&D Goopsy. It's fun, yeah. Like, the generating text is an interesting thing. Like, there's that Skyrim mod that uses like 11 lab mobs to give everybody a voice.
It could be good to test my homebrew monsters in the field.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, yeah. You know, give all the monsters in a campaign a personality and give everyone the option to talk to it. Like, this is Kilgore the Hell Beast. Can I ask Kilgore how his day is going? Yeah, sure, before you kill him. Let's see. Maybe we could be friends with Kilgore. That'd be fun. come up with a bunch of dialogue that you don't have to think about. Little like character AI for every monster. Because I'm not writing a full backstory, but I'll write a sentence for something. It's like, this is a goblin, his home burned down, his wife is dead. Boom. And you could even like procedurally generate those for all like the creatures in that campaign. That's not a bad idea.
Kilgore is either the name of a murder demon or a really chill ogre with an ironic name.
Yeah. Kilgore. Whoa. Did you eat all my chickens again? Yeah. I thought you were going to go to work today. No. Oh, Kilgore. Yeah, I haven't played D&D in a while. My group like disbanded. They all had kids and families and moved away. Something I'd like to get back into. I wanna so desperately go to a pickup game and just play at table stop stores near me, but I just know what's going to happen. I'm gonna hate everyone there, and I'm never gonna go back. And I'm also gonna have to pay $40 or whatever the minimum entry fee is. Like you need to. It's like
not
playing
a bad
pickup game.
I think I enjoy the writing of it more than the running sometimes.
Yeah, running it. Oh man, I D&D'd one time, and all the stuff I came up with, I would go, I know my group is gonna troll me, and try to go left. So I tried to like even it out. I tried to like think of every possibility. What troll thing are they gonna do? And you can never think of everything, and then they just go off and do. When they try to kill the quest giver or like a main person in the storyline you've just written, it's like, I don't want to tell you no, but this is really gonna fuck everything else up down the line. It's a skill I don't have. I would like to. And you don't know until you get, like, it can't get better if you don't do it a bunch of times. But at the same time, yeah. A lot of work. It's almost like, yeah, full-time job on top of your full-time job to, like, do it well. Because, look, the Dimension 20 guy, Brendan Lee Mulligan, that guy's amazing. And his campaigns are really fun. And then they try to get the other people in there to do, like...
I think it's a balancing issue in game.
It's just not the same. They're good.
Players are kind of overpowered in the latest editions.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to level 5. A lot of people just start level 5 because they want all the powers. It's like, well, this changes a lot of things. I feel like a really, really good, with like really good gear and stuff, group of level 5s can like really, if they know what they're doing and they know how to min-max spells and stuff, they can clear out a lot of content. Like stuff that's made for like level 8s and level 10s and stuff. It's like, oh shit, they just executed perfectly and knew exactly how to disable all the powerful moves that would one-shot them. Oops. I was like really wanting to kill them in my one-shot adventure, but they defeated it. So, okay, whoops. Now everyone's got even more powerful items. And I like playing different things too. I like that one D&D movie. That felt like an actual campaign. I don't remember the D&D movie, the one with that lady from Fast and the Furious and the other people. It wasn't like really good, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, it felt like I was watching a fun episode of Dimension 20 in movie form. Now do that a couple of times and find like an actually really good story.
It doesn't say much though.
The previous, yeah, that's a good one. The one with the weigh-ins? No, now I'm curious to see that. Whatever the most recent one is, yeah, bad branding. I can't even think of what the movie was called. The Dungeons and Dragons movie? I don't know. But they had like fun little mini adventures. There was like the weird blood princess demon thing. What was the plot even? Yeah, I guess it wasn't that good. I can't really remember.
Jeremy Irons was the only thing good about the older ones.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was called Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Amongst Thieves. Yeah, I think that was it, yeah. I haven't watched the Jeremy Irons ones, but I've seen like clips of Jeremy Irons chewing the scenery. And that is fun. I should go watch that sometime this weekend. It's hard. It's like the problem with a video game movie is like with such an immersive world, like you really need to hyper focus on like one storyline. Like I think like the Fallout TV show did a pretty good job of that.
Kind of ironic that Dungeons and Dragons should be able to tell really interesting weird stories but constantly comes up with cookie cutter plots.
Yeah, yeah. I mean they're trying to like reach everybody, which just really satisfy the hell out of a couple people. I guess that's not how you make money in this world, but you know, they're a brand. They can't be like taking super big risks. They don't want to be like, oh my god, did you see that horrifically sad Dungeons and Dragons movie? Yeah, now that makes me think of sadness every time I play the game. I'm not going to play the game anymore. No, our sales. And I like other things too, like Call of Cthulhu, like other tabletop adventures. There's like whole different worlds that like not fantasy dragons, but still like different fantasy things. It's like a nice breath of fresh air, even though those things have existed for forever. But I didn't know about them. I remember playing Call of Cthulhu. I was like, holy shit, I love this. Like in the 80s, using guns and stuff, having to think about madness.
I have a soft spot for sci-fi post-apocalyptic skirmish games.
Oh, there you go.
Or anything by Osprey Games. Still underrated.
Osprey. What are some titles they've done? Sounds familiar. I can't say I've. I remember sticking a bunch of hours into Sins of a Solar Empire. I tried playing the game again.
Frostgrave is their main one.
Okay.
Very good short-form game.
Interesting. I'll have to look it up. I tried playing Sins of the Solar Empire like single-player mode, because I played it in LAN parties and stuff, so I always played with friends that were in the room, and like we'd secretly team up, and I gotta go to the bathroom, and you actually go whispered, let's just go team up on this guy. That was so fun.
Saying that though Legacy of Kain finally got a tabletop game.
Oh, Legacy of Kain is one I own on good old games, but I've never really got too far into it.
Going to actually back that Kickstarter.
Mainly historical wargaming. They're better known for their historical illustrated books. Interesting. Okay. It sounds like a different company, possibly. Because if they do historical wargaming and then also weird sci-fi, I mean, it's possible. You gotta diversify sometimes.
Osprey is really good at quick, easy rules and good expansions. Works in most genres.
I don't know either company's WJ, so I'd have to look it up after. The sun is peeking out. Good Friday. Bunch of snow everywhere. We've been just accumulating more and more snow. It hasn't. We haven't had a Michigan winter like this in a long time. Normally it's brown. It snows for like a week and then it all melts really quickly. But it's all on the ground still.
Makes you want to randomly toss snowballs?
Yeah, kinda. I see people on my street building snowmans. I haven't done that in a long time. I live near like a big field. And so you could make like huge snowmen, like 8-10 feet tall snowman. Because you could just roll it forever. And you go, hey guys, get a couple kids pushing.
Snowball fights are one of the most monkey brain things ever, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. And then you get the asshole kid who tries to break them all. Like the bigger the snowman, the more they want to destroy. There's that story of, I think it was like a guy in Minnesota. He built this like 10-foot tall snowman, but he built it on like a huge tree stump. And for some reason, a truck was just like, I'm just going to hit that thing as hard as I can with my truck. It drove like right into the stump. And this, you know, you could see like the impact, but the snowman still stands. That had to have been so satisfying. And that guy's like, that's what you get for being an asshole. Because you know that guy had to have done that before. Some child's hopes and dreams in a snowman. Just hit by a big-ass F-150. True psychopath energy. Or sledding. Sledding's always super fun. It's been cold, but it's almost been too cold. When you get like below zero, any exposed skin hurts. And that's not the fun kind of cold. So it's just like, yeah, I technically can do all the winter activities, but I'm just going to stay inside and get as close as I can to the heater and the hot cocoa tent. I want to go ice skating. Ellen's never been. But she does like roller derby, so she can like skate on the four-wheel things. She could probably rollerblade. I don't know. I've never asked.
Part of becoming an adult is realizing that winter is only fun while you're not slipping on ice and wrapped up like an Eskimo.
Yeah. I've taken some risky falls. Which it's like, slipping on ice is so catastrophically bad. Because, one, it's embarrassing. And two, you could really hurt yourself. Like, I mean, you're like slipping and about to fall right onto concrete. Like, it ain't soft. Maybe you get lucky and fall into a snowbank. Big fluffy snowbank.
I've ice skated twice. Falling over when you're over 6 feet is not fun.
Oh yeah, it's rough. When I started ice skating, I was like getting really good really quickly. And I was falling down a bunch, but I never had a nasty fall. And then we were learning to like crisscross legs to go around corners faster. And right over left I can do, but left over right when you switch around lanes, I don't know. I just have like a mental block or whatever. I know it's just like I just got to do it a bunch of times, but that's when I like took a nasty fall because I like went backwards. Again, you're supposed to stay low, go side to side, fall to your sides. Never supposed to swing backwards, but I did. I was going too fast because I was so cocky. I had it so down the other direction that I was like, okay, I could do it the other way. I just gotta like go as fast. And that was the wrong instinct. And I was also on a date. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm fine. She's like, I saw you bounce your head off the ice. She's like, do you need to go to the hospital? I'm like, no. And I was also so nervous for the date that I like left my car lights on. So I was just like, let me just go home. And I was like, oh no, my car's dead. So I had to like go through my contacts list and like find a friend who had like charging cables. And luckily somebody at one of the party houses had like a
sounds like
thing
rugby
you
players.
plug in.
Almost breaking an ankle is no excuse to not run pint duty later.
Oh no. I finally called a friend that had like a plug-in charger that just like you could just carry it, hook it up. It gets like 4 good charges when it's fully charged, and that like started it up. I'm like, oh shit, thank you so much, man. I would have been stuck here. And that was the end of that date. But if you can't, it wasn't meant to be. I look back on my like old dating life, and like you're like, man, why did my car break down? And she never called me again. It's like, yeah, that's never was going to work. That is the littlest bit of adversity in life. If you're like trying to find a long-term partner, and they knock you for that, it's destined to fail.
Ice skating is one of those things I'm convinced was discovered by accident.
Oh, yeah. Look, I've invented a new weapon, blade shoes. I'm gonna kill you. Good luck with those blade shoes on this ice. Oh, shit. Just started running and we were, whoa. Oh God, he's going to kill me. That's right, you bastard. That is my attempt at, I don't know, weird Norwegian, more like I don't know. I don't know what accent I'm coming up with, but like Swedish
Icelandic
chef.
caveman.
Icelandic caveman. I'm going to kill you. I feel like so much stuff is like, I feel like every food, someone died eating the wrong thing. All right, this is poisonous. This isn't. Okay. Mushroom risotto on the menu. Pufferfish soda off the menu for the real psychos.
The first dog owner must have been insane.
Oh yeah. No, these wolves like me. I feel like I'm going to die if I go in your house. No. They don't bite.
Probably happened after the invention of the belly rub.
Yeah. Oh, how do I... Just accidentally, as you're like trying to prevent your throat from getting ripped, you're just like... And you're like, oh, what is this? It likes it. I'm not going to get my throat ripped out after all. I wish there was like a stats thing. Again, I keep going back to my magic ball. I wish it was like, you know, almost like a day since accident. How many times did someone try to bring wolves in their house before like a dog became domesticated? Like, how many psychos died before like one actually got used to human beings or learned to train it properly? And just, yeah, think about everyone in the town was like, you idiot. Do you not know there's been thousands of people that have died this way? No, these ones are different. Sure. You gotta look like the craziest psychopath. Like the first domesticated animals. This has literally never happened before. A dog rolling around on the ground and playing dead. We don't know what happened. What did this?
I've called it Snuggles. It's only sometimes biting.
Yeah, he just lifts up his shirt. It's just like riddled with scars and bites. Oh my god. Yeah, he's playful. Alright. I'm going to keep it short because I do got to like eat a quick lunch and then get back to work and shower. We got tamed elephants, but not a tamed madness. Yeah. I wonder if time would have told. Like, if given the time, could we have? I don't know. Train T-Rexes. All right. Thanks for watching. I got it in. Enjoy your weekend. I'm taking Saturday and
No
Sunday
worries. CYA.
off. See you Monday morning. Bye. Have a good weekend, everybody.